yesterday. What a journey it's been so far. I'm now 3 fights in, 4th one coming up in just over a week's time, you know, so it's exciting, mate. You know, a lot's happened in a year. I'm grateful, I'm blessed, and I'm excited.
Take us through it then, obviously, from the first fight. We'll start with that, really. You know, your loved ones, your friends, family, girlfriend, everyone there waiting for you, and thankfully, as I say, it went great for you. So how exactly did it feel, obviously, to go through the process?
It's a day I'll never, ever forget. I mean, and that's with loads of emotion involved. I think I was near to tears at the end of it. You know, I touched on it before and after on my social media posts and stuff like that. It was a childhood dream, you know, that finally come true. It's hard to put into words, really, because like looking back now, it is a bit of a blur, you know. Obviously, did what I had to do. Had a tough, durable opponent for my debut. Got the 4 rounds under my belt. Had an amazing reception. What else can I say about it? I mean, just incredible, really, mate. I mean, that's going to be a very hard night to top. Now it's just push on, and you know, there's much bigger nights to come.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking about the bigger nights, obviously this one now, for all sorts of reasons, really, it's bigger, it's better, and you know, it comes obviously with the added pressure. You know, although you've obviously got the experience now of obviously knowing what you're going to go into to a certain extent, and as much as you can, considering each fight is going to be different in all sorts of ways. But how have you sort of prepared for this one? Has there been anything sort of different, considering obviously you have got a bit of experience now?
The training's not really changed much because I always put 100% into my training anyway. But as some people will know, I've just come back from 𝗪𝗪𝘀𝗁. I was out there training.
Not on a holiday.
No. I mean, I'll just nip this in the bud. A holiday to me is ice cream, eating, drinking what I want. You know, none of the above touch my lips. So it was strictly business, strictly training. So that put me in good stead. But I'd probably say the training was a bit more intense. My diet has been, for the first time, you know, I thought I dieted correctly previously. And then it wasn't until I got over there, you know, being around Dom more and Greg, the nutritionist, more, that I finally got more of a better understanding on nutrition. So those things are now in my favour. So that obviously intensified the training. You know, I was eating more, my body's fueled more. I am coming down a little bit in weight as well, so there's that factor to put into it. But all said and done, mate, you know, I've left no stone unturned. I'm more than ready for fight night. Like I said, just over a week to go, and I'm chomping at the bit to get back in there, mate.
Yeah, I can tell almost. You know, as soon as I got here, really, I said to you, you know, how you feeling, and straight away, you know, you had a smiling face.
Ready.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Don't start with me, all right? I'm here to interview, not to spar. But yeah, you know, and I think one of the big things that we were talking about was moving to Sheffield.
That's what was required, mate, for me to progress. You know, I'm training at home and stuff like that. Yeah, I could do it. I can do it. I am dedicated. I am self-motivated. I don't struggle with things like that. But in order to get the extra percentages that are required in boxing, I need to take myself out of my comfort zone. I need to be away from, you know, friends, family, loved ones, all distractions, especially when I'm fighting. You know, like I said, I've been away for just about 3 weeks prior training for this fight, and I come straight back Sheffield for this week. I'll be back here next week on fight week, and then it's business.
This is obviously going to be the start of everything in terms of the media that we're going to be doing over the fight. Take us through it then. What are you expecting from this fight? What are you hoping for? And yeah, from your point of view, what can we expect on fight night?
Without putting pressure on myself, I'm going to say that it's going to be a career best performance. I've worked very, very hard for this fight. Not that I don't anyway, but this time I've cut no corners. I've been very good with my food, my weight, my training, sparring, stuff like that. You know, the rest is all, you know, it's all been right as well. So I expect a career best performance from myself, no added pressure, and just a good evening, mate. You know, I'm going to enjoy it in there.
So another day done. How you feeling,
Another
mate?
day done, mate. Another day done. It's the routine, this is.
This is the walk that you go on every day, yeah?
Yeah, the struggle, mate. Just get that hill in. Just get that hill. Look at the state of that. It's what builds these, mate. It's what builds them.
Give us a look.
It's what builds them, look.
This is where the magic happens, mate.
Yes, mate, yes. Excuse the fucking mess. I've just moved in.
It's all good, mate.
Ah! Right. I'm not gonna have people burgle me now, am I?
It's alright, I'm sure you'll be able to look after yourself, mate.
Right, mate, just let me clean up a little bit.
See, behind the scenes, it's not all glam fighting fight night, is it?
Fucking hell.
Look at this. Never forget your roots, ladies and gents.
Never. Never. Looks like a shithole, doesn't it? People will think like it's a jolly, you know what I'm saying? Like people be like, you know, yeah, but you're doing what you love and this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I do, yeah, of course I do, but if it was easy, everyone would do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, whether that's boxing, football, whatever. You know, look at the sacrifices footballers have to do. But like you say, mate, it's a small price to pay. I get to enjoy things after, and that's it, man. That's it. We're settled.
This is the diet then of a boxer.
That's just a little bit of a starter, mate. You know, and then you have to eat shit like this. Fucking char seeds and fucking oats and what else we got? Tell you the best thing, and you can't go wrong, right? And it's not eating it. You've got to have the flavours, yeah? Let's have a look. So we've got the basic chicken, then we've got some good gym chef stuff. You know what I mean? Take your pick. Obviously the normal chili flakes, spice things up a little bit. Keep it simple.
So you fancy yourself as a bit of a cook then, right?
I'm a chef, mate, I'll tell you that. Well, I'll have to have a look. No, there's no goodies in there, bro, look. You know what I mean? Sweet corn. No added sugar.
Is that key?
You know what I mean? 0% fat. 0 sugar. Take note, yeah? For them fat people out there. The humbling thing for me is, it's like, how can I get carried away in what I'm doing because others are like, you know, bigging me up, which listen, obviously I appreciate, and yeah, you know, you kind of sometimes do want to hear it, but I'll never get carried away with it because you've got the likes of Dom. I remember when I had my debut, he went from being in Kid Galahad's corner for a world title fight that he won in Eddie Hearn's garden at fight camp at like a obviously lockdown thing. It was
I remember
very,
that. Yeah.
You know, like people would say like the biggest stage ever. So then the next fight he cornered was my debut at in a small room, 800 seater kind of thing. You know, so it's like that. I can't explain how humbling it actually is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
And it's the same. Like even like my last one. You know, was it my last one? Yeah, like he's gone from cornering Cal Brook versus Amir Khan, biggest fight in British boxing history in terms of rivalries and all, you know what I mean, all the rest of it, and all the razzmatazz, all, you know, and he'll still take the time of day to come, you know what I mean, to come do mine, and he'll take mine as serious as he'd take Cal's.
Yeah.
You know, so it's almost like a lesson that's getting taught to me without anyone even knowing. You know, and that's why I'll never get too ahead of myself, or I'll never get too carried away, because there's so much more for me to do. Do you know what I mean? Obviously that includes getting next Saturday out of the way, but once next Saturday's done, obviously get the W, and then go on to the next as if it's, you know, as if it's just another school day, back in the gym the week after, and that's just how I roll, mate. Enter fight week with that mentality. Time to switch on. We're nearly there now. Let's go. Nothing too complicated here. Nice and easy to make as well. Turkey, a little bit of rice, salad, beetroot, tomatoes, cucumber. Beautiful. then let's go for the taste test. Oh, flying. 2 days away, feeling good, just ready to go now. Out walking the dog again. Trim still needed. That's the final touch, and then it's serious. But yeah, 2 days to go, feeling good. 2-3 hours to go, final stretch as they say. I'm just ready, man. It's been a long time coming, long camp for myself, and I just can't wait to get in there now, do the business.
Yeah, definitely, mate. So obviously, leading up to the fight, it's all you can think of, but I can imagine the morning of the fight is probably a little bit different to all the other days leading up. How exactly is it different, if it is at all?
Just more adrenaline, really. I mean, I was up nice and early this morning, excited. Obviously nerves start kicking in as well, but that's all part of it. It gets me excited and just gets me ready for the day, although it makes the day longer, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can imagine it's a long day, isn't it?
It is, mate, it is.
So what exactly is the most exciting bit for you when you think about it? Is it when the bell rings, or is it the ring walk? Is it getting ready, seeing the people come in? What exactly do you look forward to the most, would you say?
It's a hard one, really. I mean, to round it all up, I'd probably go with the ring walk, because I like to keep myself away beforehand, so I won't really see many people before, and then obviously when I do the ring walk and I walk out and I finally get to put my eyes on everyone who's there, see everyone who's bought tickets and whatever, that's the bit where it really sinks in, and in my head, that's when I know it's real. And then of course, obviously getting in the ring and hearing that first bell, it's blinkers on and just straight business.
Does it go quite quickly then, the whole process? 'Cause obviously you look ahead to it for weeks, probably months sometimes, of what it can be like, and the whole day and the whole process. When it actually comes around, does it all just feel a bit like a blur, really? Does it go quite quickly, or would you say it's probably the opposite?
Fight week's always the struggle. I mean, the weeks when you're training, especially when you're training hard, they fly, which makes it easier, to be honest. But then obviously fight week comes, you're not doing a lot. It's more about rest and recovery, and that gives you more time to think and focus on the fight, so that part of it goes slower. And then the morning of the weigh-in, that's obviously slow, because you want to get on the scales. And then of course fight night, these next 3 hours will probably be the slowest of them all, but it's all worth the wait.
Yeah, definitely. Finally, mate, what are you expecting? What are you hoping for in the fight itself? What are your goals? Obviously not just to win, of course, that goes without saying, but in terms of performance, what exactly are you hoping for or expecting?
I'm expecting a career best performance from myself. That's what I've trained to do. I want to showcase things that I've been working on for the previous 5, 6, 7 weeks even, and just put a show on for everyone. People spent their hard-earned money to come watch me, so they want to watch something that they get excited about, and that will make them come to the next one. So yeah, career best performance from myself, and I'll put on a show for everyone. I got a load of shit. You all right, mate? Not too bad. That's what we're at to say. Are they both home, are they? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah, that's fine. You know how happy I'm at there's fucking showers here?
Get that.
celebration for both boxers. Thank you. After 1 minute 50 seconds of round 3, the referee stopped the contest for a winner by technical knockout and still undefeated, Goldsmith.
Make sure you get that. You come, yeah? Let me come back. Let me come back. I'll come back.
I mean, it's lost for words really. First of all, from the atmosphere, the crowd, that surpassed my debut. You know, do you know what I mean? You can hear it a bit in my voice now. It really takes me back, and I'm grateful for that. You know, first of all, but yeah, I mean, that's what I should be doing to guys like that.
Before we get into the fight today, how's it been training with him and really seeing what he's about?
Yeah, I mean, he's been with us over probably a year and a half now, and you know, I love working with southpaw fighters. We've had a lot of good southpaws in the past, and you know, Brad's very skillful. He's got talent, he's got ability, he's got strength, and you know, he's had some really good sparring. He's fought some really quality operators, and you can see that in his performance tonight. The kid obviously weighed a lot heavier than Brad, and he just picked him to pieces and finished him off really with a body shot. So you know, he's listening, he's learning. He's been on training camps for the last 6 weeks in 𝗪𝗪, and you know, this is just the first part of the journey. It's only 4 fights in. You know, we've got a long way to go yet, but he's showing all the signs of, you know, being a top level operator.
But how does it feel to have so much belief from someone who's so experienced like Dom?
Incredible. I mean, still say it quite often. Again, I'm at a world-class gym with a world-class coach around world-class fighters, and I believe that's the only path that I will go down, you know, eventually to world level. And in the next 18 months, stroke 2 years, I will start capturing titles. I'll climb my way up the rankings, and I'll get better each fight.
And I'm gonna say now, he's gonna be a British champion within the next, you know, 2 to 2.5 years. And people might think that's a long time, but you know, it's all experience. The pros, good amateur he was, but it's now he's building experience in the pro ranks.
I'd said to people, you'll see a career best performance, and I believe that's what people seen tonight, and this is just the start.
You know what, I'm not even supposed to say this, but I think he's going to secretly propose to his girlfriend.
That means retirement then, doesn't it?
I think she's, yeah, you know what I mean. So I can just see how the signs are, you know, showing up. So who knows, he could be married and 3 kids in the next 12 months. But no, listen, he'll be back in the gym training. He'll be back out when again, I would imagine about 6 weeks' time, and hopefully from now till Christmas another 3 fights. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're working towards.
As people have seen tonight, seen, heard, you know, witnessed, been a part of, it's just the start. You know, I know I keep saying it. People think I sound like a broken record, but it is just the start. Trust me. Next time will be bigger. The time after that will be bigger. I know myself personally. I'll eventually get the recognition I deserve. I'll rest up. I'm always in the gym. I'm always active. So I will be back training next week. But, you know, I'll have a nice rest day tomorrow, a bit of a cheat day, tick over next week, and then I'm straight back to it. Maybe, you know, a couple of down days or whatever, but I'll be back out September 24th in the 5th fight.
So a few weeks now after the fight, you know, you tend to think really that you can sit back, relax, and, you know, maybe watch a few highlights from your friends' recordings and whatnot. But unfortunately, that's just not the way boxing goes, is it, Brad? So after the fight, just take us through what your regime and routine's been since then.
It was just nice for me to spend a bit more, you know, time, personal time with family, friends, girlfriends, that kind of stuff. But, you know, I was straight back into the groove of things, and you know, it's like, I think I said it to you in our previous interview, it's on to the next.
Yeah, definitely. So, as you say, on to the next. Give us a bit more detail about what's coming up then. I know, obviously, you've made a few announcements to a couple of people, shall we say. But, you know, for everyone watching this, give us an official date, everything like that. What can we expect next from Bradley Goldsmith?
Saturday, the 24th of September. It's in Leicester, this one is, so it's kind of my first away day as a fighter, in the sense of it's not, you know, a venue just down the road, although it is still in the Midlands, so it is still quite local for myself and for my fans that are travelling over. Again, it's a scheduled 6-rounder, so this will be my second scheduled 6-rounder. Obviously, pending if it does do, you know, does go the distance, then that's a different story. And yeah, you know, just excited to get going again, mate. You know, properly. It's still, I think it's about 8-9 weeks away from where we're at today. You know, so plenty of time to work on things in the gym. You know, perfect things that went wrong maybe last time on my own behalf, and I just can't wait to put another standout performance on for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I think the one thing amongst a lot of things really that stood out on fight night, which is obviously what we did a bit of media work around, was the support that you had.
Yeah.
And you know, look, I know you obviously personally, and I know how many people support you. But when you see everyone sort of in the same room, if you like, just shouting your name, it was absolutely brilliant to see. Which it leads me nicely on to what I wanted to show you, Brad. There's a small video that I've made for you. I just want you to watch it, and then let's see what you think, yeah?
Right then. Surprise me.
Bradley is going to smash the living daylights out of his opponent. Come on, Bradley! Who are you?
You'll know more than most people. How much does it mean to him?
The world. And the world to me. Just go out there, enjoy it. I know you're going to do it. He'll smash it.
Life in general with boxing, I mean, he's been doing it since the age of 7. Yeah. You know, and it's his life. Yeah. It's what he's dreamed of doing.
No, I'm excited, man. Brad's going to smash it.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's going to do well. He's trained hard. He's been in Future Ventura for the last 6 weeks. He's going to do well, man. Brad, good luck. You're going to do it. You got this. Easy, light work.
I know what Brad's going to do. I already know.
What's he going to do?
He's going to absolutely parry jab him out of the game. That's all he's going to do. He's one of the biggest in the West Midlands coming on. And he's a very polite, very good gentleman. Yeah. And he's got that boxing game behind him, so yeah, he's got a lot coming for him, and I rate it.
I've been taking him since he was 7. Yeah. You know, to up the standard where he started, picking him up, dropping him off every night, doing all his cooking and the washing. Yeah, he still comes home from Sheffield now with the washing, like this.
If you got boxing, it's just Brad, isn't it? Like that's all he loves. That's all he's ever wanted to do. Is just get in that ring, and that's all he cares about. Good luck, mate, and see you soon.
Yeah, it's good seeing him grow up from like this big, mate, like, in the gym as a little nipper. That is on the big stage.
100% to the top, mate. Yeah. You know, he's an underestimated fighter. You know, he's the unknown on the market. You know, Dominic Ingle, don't train idiots. Yeah. You know, he's 100%, mate. Yeah. 100% he'll be up there.
He'll smash it. Yeah. He's come round today, he's sat there, the cat's lay on his chest, and he's just been so chilled, and he's like, okay, Mum, see you later. Wait till you wait for me.
He's been so excited. Like, he's like an excited little kid at Christmas. Like, last night I couldn't calm him down. Like, he just gets so excited for her.
Knockout. What you promised me.
Good luck, and I love you.
Right. They fucking have it.
Class, bro, class.
I can obviously understand, you know, you have a lot of support and you are obviously more than grateful for that. But when you see things like that, knowing that that was at the same time you were prepping for the fight, everyone was waiting for you to come out, just take us through how that really feels for you.
I mean, it's like it's, no like disrespect towards anyone, but it's like obviously a few weeks have gone on now, so you kind of almost forget about it. And especially with my next one penciled in, it's like that's what I'm looking forward to now. But you know, you watch things like that, and it's just like seeing, you know, friends, family, and stuff like that. That's the little gentle reminder that I am doing everything right. You know, I'm doing the right things, and I'm on the right path. And you know, I've just got to keep both feet on the ground, which I will do. You know, always said I have done. So, you know, it's overwhelming, mate. You know, they're just coming to watch me, so it's a very good feeling, mate. That's all I can say.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm pretty sure something certainly tells me that the good feelings won't stop. Brad, I just want to say a massive thank you over the last few weeks. You know, in amongst obviously your busy schedule, you know, you took the time out, not just obviously do some media work, but letting us in, you know, you allowed us access behind the scenes into where, you know, you get into the zone. So not only for the last few weeks, but also for the performance you put on behalf of everyone. I just want to say a massive thank you, and on to the next one, mate.
Thank you, my bro. Thank you. Listen, I should be thanking you for, your time and effort and all the rest of it. So I'm really grateful, mate. And listen, long may it continue.
Yeah, well, you haven't actually watched what I've made yet, mate. So tell me what you think after I've done it.
Good shout.
Lovely stuff. Thanks once again, mate. Keep your head down, and the sky's the limit.
Top man.